Hey guys, I'm Will from Tested.
I'm Norm from Tested.
Norm, today I have the McTiVia.
Sounds like a double patty burger.
It is not the newest meal from McDonald's. It is a video streaming solution,
yes.
desktop streaming solution for Mac and PC.
For people like me who I like to use my laptop to play videos and then connect it to my receiver.
Use a cable for that.
Yep. This can do the same thing, but wirelessly. That's why they're antennas over to Wi-Fi's. Let's go see if it works. Let's test it out.
Okay, so this is the McTiVia experience. We're watching the HDTV.
Yes, and it's your Mac desktop.
Yes.
But your Mac laptop is not in this room, is it?
No, it is not. I'm using a keyboard and mouse plugged into this thing. It works.
Okay, so the keyboard and mouse is plugged into the McTiVia, and you have software, obviously, on the Mac, works with PC, and you do some setup?
Yes.
Quite a bit of setup, actually.
So there's a bunch of interesting things that have to happen here. First off, let's just show that it works. I'm going to pipe some music through here, maybe a little Animal Collective.
Okay, playing off your Mac, playing wirelessly over Wi-Fi to the McTiVia connected via HDMI with audio and video to the TV.
So it's 802.11n
okay.
to HDMI,
Yep.
and it uses a bunch of software that is I would not expect to be used for this. So it also works with video.
Okay.
There we go, and you can go full screen.
And if I were to go out to your Mac right now in the other room, this would be on the screen.
This would be on the screen. Actually, it seems like the stream, especially when you have it, there's two modes you can set it in. There's application mode, video mode. Application mode is lower latency, requires Ethernet, it recommends Ethernet in order to use it. This is actually
look at that stuttering.
Yeah, so there's whenever the camera moves, you see bad compression artifacts. There's a fair amount of hitching, even when you're running over an Ethernet connection.
Okay.
In the application mode, there's no latency. In the video mode, it buffers for a few seconds, so that theoretically, if there's a problem, it can, catch up.
So it's supposed to be more smoother experience, maybe higher bandwidth for fast-moving scenes.
Yeah. So the upshot though is it's not particularly good. So setup is a little bit of a challenge.
All right.
Basically, when you plug this thing in, turn it on the first time, a screen pops up and it says, "Hey, your McTiVia is using this Wi-Fi SSID, and here's our IP address." Yep. Then you go to the computer, install some software, which actually installs software from these MirrorOp people, which I think are like presentation, like IP projector.
Yeah, it's for like workplaces where you want to connect your laptop wirelessly to a projector.
So you put in the IP address.
Browser opens, and you type in the IP, which is on your HDTV.
Well, you type in the IP from the HDTV into the desktop software in the computer. I can't show you that here, else it disconnects for obvious reasons. And then everything is web-based, configuring it. You shouldn't. Now, here's the catch. By default, if you want to connect over wireless, instead of connecting to
a router,
or just like your network over Ethernet or whatever, you actually connect directly to an access point that's on this device called McTiVia, and then you can't connect to another wireless network. So that puts you in a weird situation, right? Where you either have a laptop that connects wirelessly to this. If you don't have a wired connection where that laptop is, it just doesn't work. You don't have any internet connection while you're doing this.
So it kind of defeats the point. If I'm using a laptop and I rely on the wireless, the Wi-Fi for internet access,
then you can't.
Then I can't use this to stream YouTube on HDTV wirelessly,
or check IM, or browse the web, or do anything that you would probably. Now there are larger problems.
Okay.
Because there's so much latency, even on the low latency setting, that you're not going to do that anyway. Like I'm going to switch over to no latency. And I'm using a keyboard and mouse connected to the McTiVia again. We reconnected. You just saw a flash of that screen. It's better.
Yep.
But it's not good.
Jumpy.
Yeah, I mean it's faster. So here's the other problem. You can set it up so that it connects to a wired Ethernet port. And then you can connect to it over the network using an IP address. Again, like right now, that's what we're doing. We're connected to 10.0.1.15. That's the internal IP address for this machine. My other computer is on a wired LAN, so it's all connected over the Ethernet. It's still not very good.
Yes.
And it also has, when you do that, then it also has a Wi-Fi access point. So it will serve as a Wi-Fi access point if you have wired. But the kind of people who are buying this product to do what this product offers,
it's wireless. It's so
you're
you
not
can
going to buy it
right.
on a wire.
I imagine I want to be able to sit on my couch, have my laptop, and then not have to connect HDMI to my home theater receiver, but still be able to watch like StarCraft on on my big TV, and this really doesn't let me do that.
So then the other problem is that the video quality is pretty poor. I was watching Wall-E down here. Now these are all digital versions, so they're 480p, essentially DVD rips. But I mean, you can't see it here because we're compressing MPEG compression artifacts. But looking at this video, there is noise in places that there is not noise on
when
the
looking
MacBook
at
the same time.
laptop.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, is this a good technology for use in like projectors in rooms and campuses, you know, like lecture halls and stuff like that? Yes.
Yes, when latency and image quality don't matter as much. But in the living room, not so much.
There's one more problem.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah. So the other problem is that for some reason, inexplicably, sound only works in certain configurations. So, for example, I was able to get sound working just fine, as you can tell right now, when we're using a wired connection. The Mac has been rebooted like 6 times. Basically, it's real sporadic whether you're going to get sound or no sound out of this at all. And it seems to change. There's no settings that give you options over that stuff. It basically pipes sound through Soundflower, which is an open source piece of software. It doesn't work very well. I also had problems where the keyboard and mouse would disconnect randomly, so you have to then unplug and replug them. So it's kind of a half-baked product, is what I would say. The other thing, you have to activate the Mirror Op software, which is the software that pipes the video through the connection. Which, I mean, I'm fine, I understand that, but this pop-up is lame, powerfully lame.
Yeah, looks like a product developed for the office environment, but kind of repackaged for home use.
That's kind of it. And then this is just what the front end looks like. If you have a bunch of different computers running this software, you could pipe as many as you want through to it. And you can choose from the living room, which is actually pretty good. So I can just reconnect right there.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the bricks.
All right.
So the McTiVia, not so hot.
It does work as advertised, meaning that once the software is configured properly, signal does go through. You see video, you hear audio sometimes.
But the video quality is not so good. The audio, real sporadic.
And what they don't tell you, the fine print, is that because you have to use your Wi-Fi, not through your router, you lose your internet connection if you rely on Wi-Fi.
If you use, I mean, basically everything that they say, when I was troubleshooting trying to get it working in the first place, everything that they said is just plug in an Ethernet cable, which defeats the purpose of having a wireless streaming device. I do not like this, and it's $200 to boot, which is kind of expensive. So the McTiVia works as advertised, not so hot, don't recommend.
I'm gonna stick with using just an HDMI cable. $200, not worth it.
No. See you guys next time, I'm Will.
I'm Norm, bye.